We will not copyright or trademark that. We do not have the rights to this at all. Please do not sue us. Thank you.
Welcome to These Unprecedented Gays, featuring Joe Granelli and Paul Smith. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and review wherever you stream your podcasts. Check us out on Instagram at tugayspod and email us at tugayspod@yahoo.com. We hope you enjoy. Because of, like, he would answer emails and stuff like that, but he was, like, super funny, but, like, just straight on, like he had a very monotone type of way of saying stuff. So, are we recording?
Yeah, girl. He snuck right in. Yeah, and it was like, no, because you had, like, strong bad. It was like, strong bad.
Strong bad, strong sad.
Yeah.
This is just to give the listeners kind of that candid moment. We actually talk like this all the time.
We do. We talk
I would like to say for the record, I don't identify with strong bad.
You don't like marzipan?
No, because it was like, I'm anti-popularity, and everyone in high school was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And I was like, whatever.
I love Homestar Runner.
I do too.
I was like, Strong Bad was my boy.
Wasn't there like a peanut butter jelly thing?
No, that's Family Guy.
Yeah.
Peanut butter jelly time.
I don't think it's... okay.
Oh, I actually think it was like...
it was a thing before Family Guy.
Yeah.
Right, it was on YouTube.
And then there was Badger Mushroom. Do you remember that one?
No. Okay. So I'm Paul.
And I'm Joe.
And we're These Unprecedented Gays. Did I say that right? Or did I just like mumble it? It's like,
hey,
These Unprecedented Gays.
Welcome to the show. We're the unprecedented people.
So before we like get into it, I do want to say something because... a couple episodes ago, we talked about my sister passing and stuff. And I will say thank you to everyone who's like reached out or texted or something like that. Andrew Davis just listened to the episode he said, and he sent me a text message and said that this is the first podcast episode he's heard that ever made him cry.
Oh.
And he was like, he works in an ICU unit, so it was like, for him, it was everything that he goes through on a daily basis with people. So, it was just, we try to be super honest and open with our lives here for you guys. So, no, like, hiding behind stuff or anything. It's just straight up what you see is what you get, or what you hear is what you get. Kind of stuff.
Preach. But also, Andrew Davis doesn't cry from laughter?
I mean, probably,
okay.
But,
Okay, we'll have to follow up with him.
We'll follow up with him. So, how was your week, Joe?
Well... let me check my notes because I always forget what I did. So I took Max to the vet today, and it cost me $1,000.
Why?
So it was like routine screening, and then like the heartworm, the fecal, the Bordetella.
Don't you have pet insurance?
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say
cost you $1,000.
no. So it's $1,000. I'm only gonna pay $100.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So take away everyone. If y'all got pets. Get pet insurance. Because it has paid time and time again. And it's funny because he was like, oh, like depending upon like the budget. And I was like, just charge it. Like I'm going to get it back. But so that was today. And then over the weekend we went to oh God, I don't know what it was called. It was like a bow place called Steaming something. What was it?
Steamy Piggy.
Steamy Piggy?
Oh, I think I heard of this over in Convoy.
On Convoy. And so they had like really cute like little buns, and we got like their desserts, and they were like little like steamed. It was like a cow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they were
like
custard.
Yeah.
So, but their bulgogi was amazing.
Oh, okay.
So good.
Super, super good.
I think I've heard of this place and I wanted to check it out, but they weren't open when I wanted to go.
It was a
a recommendation from Steve. Yeah, it was a little chilly, but I had my car blanket with me, so I was able to be cool.
Okay.
And then I got a GoPro for when I go on bike rides, just in case I get hit, so I have footage to sue. I'm not kidding. That's the reason why.
Okay.
Listen, if you're going to hit me, we're going to litigate. Right? We all know I want to get in that court of law and like justify somebody, or not justify,
like,
serve justice.
You'd be in like court and you'd be like, so Mr. Granelli, do you have anything to say? All of a sudden you play dun dun. You Your Honor.
Is that the Law and Order thing?
Yeah.
But I did like a test one where I put it on max while I was walking, and it's just like, if you ever want like funny things to look at, like put a GoPro on like your dog. Okay. And it was super funny. So that was kind of like my week. What about you?
Okay. Well, we watched the third episode of The Last of Us finally.
Okay.
And I must say, I really did enjoy it.
Mm-hmm. Did you cry?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I thought it was very cute. I thought it was very the way that they brought about it was really cool.
Yep.
And then the twist, like towards the end of the episode, because you thought it was going to go one way, and you're like, oh, okay.
Did you know it was happening when it was happening?
No.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, how very cool. So, like, if you haven't seen it, please go see it. It's wonderfully written. It's amazingly acted. Little tidbit, because I was reading about this. There's the part in the garden when they eat the strawberry, and Bill says to Frank, "I was never afraid until I met you." You see Nick Offerman, who plays Bill, put his arm underneath, or his hands underneath Mark Bartlett's like armpit. So they had to do that a couple times because he was trying to make him laugh. Because he's very ticklish. Murray Bartlett is very ticklish in his armpits. So Nick Offerman kept trying to make him laugh during that scene. So if you watch it, you could actually see Murray Bartlett go, for a second, and then like get back into character and like try not to laugh. But,
he was like trying to joke around.
Right.
Oh.
During this like really heartwarming moment. I
was like, if he's
hilarious.
an actor, he can laugh. Like, that's his job.
Did you know that the two main characters, the whatever their names are,
Joel and Ellie,
they're both Game of Thrones characters too. She plays like one of the little mini queens in one of the seasons of Game of Thrones, and he is also
and Pedro Pascal also is the Mandalorian.
Yep.
And if you watch like YouTube, like TikToks and stuff like that, people are like, they're stitching together all these times he's talked about himself being a daddy.
Oh my.
And he loves that kind of stuff. And then like, I guess he was talking on like Jimmy Fallon or something about, he got recognized one day by a guy, and the guy was like, "Oh my God, you're the Mandalorian. My son loves you, blah, blah. Can you FaceTime my son?" And he's like, "But do the voice." And he's like, "Okay, but the voice is my bedroom voice."
Oh my.
So he's on this phone FaceTiming with a 6-year-old boy using his bedroom voice.
Hey, you got to do what you gotta do. The fans adore you.
So you know what? People said, like, did you cry? I didn't think it was a sad thing. I thought it was a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like they had a very long relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It came to a very good end. You know, like, I didn't think it was sad.
Right.
It wasn't that ending. I think what got me, and I don't want to like spoiler alert, whatever, was the meal.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like,
it's the same meal,
and I was like,
full circle, but different.
And then Nick looked at me. I was like, "Stop it!"
But I did love like the way that the first time they had that meal, the nervousness and how their relationship came together was just so perfect.
Yeah, it was cute. I have one comment about The Mandalorian, and I learned this recently that it's not a ship. Because I thought that like the show was all about a ship, and the ship was a Mandalorian. Nick was like, "No, that's the guy," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Cool."
You were today years old when you found this out.
No, I was today minus 2 weeks years old.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So, but like that was really our week. We finally watched it, so people can get off my back.
Now you have to watch there's 3 more episodes, I think. Right?
I don't know. Yeah.
There's 6, I think. 6 episodes?
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you going to keep watching it?
Yeah, I definitely will.
Okay.
So now it's time for mouth to mouth. Mouth to mouth resuscitation. And we're going to talk about what's giving us life. So what's giving you life, Joe?
So this isn't new, but I've like doom scrolled on this Instagram page, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it, but it's like the like hot dog dancing one where it's like they're like brightly colored, like I don't know if they're like hot dogs, but they look like They're like cylindrical people.
Like, yeah. They have
and all they do, and all they do is like just like do these weird dancing. But the one that makes me laugh is there's like the whole video of Shakira where it's like, I don't know what it is, but there's like a person that goes like, "Oh, Shakira, is that you?" And it's like, and then like they like did like the hot dog thing to that. It's called Nobody Sausage, but like it's hilarious.
My favorite are like when they do it with the dogs. Like they'll put a wig on a dog and they'll go, "Shakira, is that you?" And then turn around and they'll move the dog's lips so it's just the teeth. They go, "No, no, 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 no," and then they'll shake the dog's butt. So
yeah, so that one just because I'm like, this is so stupid. And then I got a like a HomePod Mini instead of like an Amazon Alexa, and I will tell you that Alexa, I'm done with her. We're breaking up just because like the Apple ecosystem.
Because you can like attach anything to it, right?
Yeah,
like,
and for me, like I do reminders all the time, and so I usually like would be like, "Oh, Alexa, remind me this," and then like they don't stay, like they disappear.
Oh,
so like if I do a reminder now, like it actually goes on my phone.
I'm glad you said that because someone had given us a Google Home once,
Sarah,
and it was useless.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
They're terrible.
You're not in the ecosystem already.
And the Amazon Dot or whatever Echo, whatever the Alexa is, she just doesn't listen.
unless you're saying like state secrets or something,
or like, "Oh, did you want to buy this?" I'm like, "No, I want you to tell me the damn weather." Like it's not. I did not ask you for the moon. I asked you a simple question. So yeah,
I hear you asking about Together. Let me see what I can find.
Your recent purchase on Amazon Together indicates that you need more of that.
Or like your recent purchase on Amazon, the last time you purchased toilet paper was 2 weeks ago.
You may be
Should
running
I order
low.
more?
Yeah. And I'm like, no.
Based on the times I've heard you flush. And how much is in each roll?
I've calculated the weight, and you must be done. So those are my two things. What are you obsessed with?
So I'm obsessed with, we watched the Great British Baking Show, The Professionals. The 2021 competition. It was really good. And I love, we love Great British Baking Show. But these are people who actually work in pastry. So these are like, they make amazing desserts that look gorgeous and stuff like that. But I will say, I found that their flavor profiles were not as adventurous as the Great British Baking Show, just the amateurs. Because like everybody used like tonka bean and
they were very on trend, but they were kind of on the same trend.
Right.
Oh, so they were. So you didn't like the professionals? You liked the amateurs better?
No, I liked the professionals because of the way that everything came out looking, because it looked very like precise.
These were like, make me 96 petit fours.
Oh, okay.
And they have to be two different flavors, and they have to be identical. Using 4 different styles, like all these crazy.
So like level up on the
judging. Way harder and judge just on a whole other level. But what you realize is all these professionals, like they're messing up in a time pressure environment. They're messing up too with all these incredible ingredients and techniques and tools.
Yeah,
but they're still like having massive crashes of like.
Right,
I would love to.
And it just felt like with the amateurs, they don't know what they can't do.
Yeah.
And what they can do, so they do whatever they want.
Oh, that's
Whereas
true.
Professionals understand what the limitations are and what's and what is gonna sell, basically. So they stay in a lane, and it's like
interesting.
Okay, do we need another mango puree in this? Like,
is it like corporatized almost?
No, it just
maybe
it just
mainstream
feels
is a
very.
word.
It just feels very like it's the same note every single time.
Huh.
Yeah,
it's like just flat.
The flavor profiles are just basically always the same. Like there's always going to be somebody who's going to do. They say they're doing tropical
rhubarb,
right? Which I love rhubarb. I think rhubarb is a great item for desserts. But it's just like,
what is a rhubarb?
It was all rhubarb, tonka bean. There was a lot of lychee.
Oh, yeah, I know that one. The other two, I was like, what's a tonka bean?
They were like. They thought that they were being cool with these like flavors, but it's like, no, I want you to like put in spices and I want you to do all this other stuff with it. But like,
yeah.
But the other side of it was the judge was very classic French pastry guy, and when you threw in a weird flavor, he dinged them for it.
That's the other thing. Yeah, it's like that was a thing I didn't like too. Was that both of the judges were very like classically trained, so to go outside of something like that and think outside the box was a little bit much for them. So, but it was still a good show.
You're doing an opera cake and you're not using coffee?
Right.
How dare they?
Exactly.
Not with their tonka beans. And the rhubarb?
Yes.
I don't know what a rhubarb is.
Tonka bean and rhubarb. It sounds like a new show on Netflix.
Oh my God. Also a porno.
So the other thing I'm obsessed with right now is a cover of What a Fool Believes. And I know I brought up the Aretha Franklin version of this song, but now I'm obsessed with Rubble Bucket is the name of the group. And they do a version of this song, and I love it.
Is that the one with Kenny Loggins, the original one?
No, that's the one with Michael McDonald.
There we go. I was like,
brothers.
That guy, right?
Because Michael McDonald has a very specific voice. He was a voice of a generation because he was in the Doobie Brothers, and then he was Michael McDonald.
He was in the Doobie Brothers?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yes, shit.
I like the Doobie Brothers, but I'm not a fan of his single stuff.
Really?
Just like, no, I'm so sorry. I'm thinking Michael Bolton.
Michael Bolton was in the Doobie Brothers?
Oh my God. My bad.
But did you ever watch the, did you ever listen to Jack Sparrow by Lonely Island with Michael Bolton? That one is hilarious. Wait, because they wanted Michael Bolton to be on a song with them, but the whole premise is that all he wants to do is sing about Jack Sparrow because he just watched
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
What?
It's hilarious. If you haven't seen it, watch it on YouTube.
Okay, I'll watch it. Oh my God.
So anyway, this week, oh, that was my papers.
You need maybe a hack for that, girl.
Little ASMR.
AMSR. ARMS.
Arms.
So many letters around here. We're talking about Hacks.
Not the HBO show.
Which I love, and they're coming back for a third season, and I'm so happy about it.
Gotta start it after the first episode.
Did you not watch it yet?
So I watched the first episode when I was coming back from Italy, and I was so like jet lagged that like I couldn't like brain.
Okay, Andy did not like the show.
I thought the pilot was pretty cute. I thought the premise was cool.
Andy was like, "There's nobody in here who I like. I don't like any of these characters." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll watch it on my own." And that's fine. And like,
yeah.
But I love Jean Smart. Like, you know, I remember her from like Designing Women.
Is she the older one?
Yes.
Okay.
And she has created this career, which is just amazing when you think about what she's done and where she's at in her career right now. Like you know, going back all the way to Designing Women, you're like, she was that person? Like, that's ridiculous to me.
I feel like I remember her from Frasier.
She wasn't Frasier.
Probably.
Like that's it. I don't know what else she was
you
in.
didn't see any of that stuff? Because she was in Watchmen, too, and I thought she was amazing in Watchmen.
Watchmen was the one with the giant blue dick, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that's all I remember.
Yep. Yeah.
All
rightfully
right.
so.
So we're going to talk about hacks. Like life hacks.
That's a segue. You didn't even know it.
Speaking of hacks, but it's like life hacks, home hacks, food hacks, travel hacks.
All the hacks.
Other hacks.
All the hacks.
So when I was thinking of these, I was like, I have no life hacks that I've learned in my life. And I was like, what am I doing with my life?
It's so funny because like as soon as I thought it up and I was on Instagram and I follow Max Curries he's one of the pit crew guys from Australia.
I was thinking
the bald guy.
I was thinking it just would be like all of the different like kinds of curries. Like Penang, Masman. It's curries to the max.
He had a really good hack on there. He was like, if you want to fold your shirts and you want them to look like how they do in the stores, you take your laptop and use that to fold your shirts.
Huh.
You fold your shirts around that and it gives you like that square rectangular shape, but perfect
how do you
size.
take your laptop out if it's folded to the shirt around
Slide it out, girl, from the top. See?
That sounds like a lot of work.
Oh, he's doing it.
See, Nick found it exactly what I was talking about.
I mean, I can see why you follow him. Also.
I mean, yes. I loved him on Down Under, so, you know.
You love his Down Under?
I mean, I saw him in a Speedo, so.
He's got a lot of pictures of him in
I would
Speedos.
double tap that. So before we get into it, when I wanted to ask you, because when I was also thinking about this, I was like, immediately brought back to semi-homemade cooking with Sandra Lee. Do you remember that?
I love that
because I was like, what kind of hacks? And I was like, wait a minute. I feel like I vaguely remember her being like, to this I'm going to add.
Yes.
And like, okay.
A little homemade stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like, Andy, what is it when you're baking? They tell you can add a little bit of instant pudding mix.
Oh, cakes. Yeah, you can just add a little instant pudding to cakes to moisten them up.
It's the best.
See? Or if you're making box cakes like Duncan Hines, instead of using oil, you use butter instead.
Oh.
And then if instead of like water, you use milk.
Oh.
So now your box cake comes out moister and better tasting.
Sopping wet.
Yeah. Oh, moist.
I have no problem with that word.
Moist box cake.
Now that's your drag name.
There are lesbians cringing. That's like every bad word.
Or like succulent.
Yeah, there
or
you go.
supple.
I'm fine with all those. All those words I'm good with.
So, like, did you find any that were like...
I got a list, girl.
Okay, but do you have them broken up or just...
No.
Okay.
They are hodgepodgey.
Okay,
like
well
me.
then let me ask you this, because, you know, people consider this a hack, but I always thought this was something that was known, but, like, me and Andy have different ideas about this. When you travel, do you roll your clothing or do you fold it in your suitcase? Because I'm a roller... And Andy's a folder.
I fold.
I
don't even know how
to roll them.
I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know how to roll, like, or even how that works.
So what you do is you take, like, say you have a shirt, so you fold it in half with the, you do that. You do the sleeves in, then fold the bottom up to the top, and then starting from the top where your where the neckline is, you roll it down.
Okay.
And then it just becomes this like roll.
Well, so I would think that would probably help with wrinkles, right?
Yes.
Oh.
But like, see, they tell you to roll it because you get more space.
Oh.
Well, and that's just not possible either. It's the same mass. It doesn't take up more or less space.
You know what? I will say though, when we were getting ready to go to New York, I did watch a bunch of like hack things. But none of them, like, obviously stuck with me. But it was, like, rolling versus folding. And I was like, rolling seems really difficult because I don't know how to do that. And then I stuck with the folding.
Well, your life hack on that is to buy one of those vacuum sealers because then it really, speaking of mass, it, like...
Compresses all
the air out. I do have a life hack, but that's not for the clothes. It's for if you want to bring a pillow. You can do the vacuum.
No, but you
thing.
can do that for, like, sweaters and jackets because...
that's
then
true.
you use less space.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because those take up a lot of space. So
I don't think rolling or folding is one better than the other. I just think it's two ways to do it. But I mean, do you? It's fine.
I think this is kind of like the toilet paper discussion. If you go over or under.
No, because there's an answer. No.
There's only one way.
Look at the patent where when toilet paper was filed and it's over. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm sorry, but if you go under and you have a cat, you're in a world of hurt. Like, no. And my friend Rachel, I remember, like, when I was in high school, we would, like, debate about this because she was, her parents would do it, like, under, and I was like, your toilet paper's wrong. And she's like, what? And I was like, it's over. She's like, oh, okay.
Okay, so while we're unpacking life hacks, if you have to pack a sport coat or suit jacket, turn it inside out before you fold it. It will not wrinkle as much.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think the only pack hacks I have are for toiletries and, like, use, like, bar soap, bar shampoo, like, some things that, like, don't need liquids. Because then you can do carry-on only.
Or you just don't pack a lot of those toiletries except for, like, your deodorant or something, because then you can just get a lot of that stuff from the hotel.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, the hotel will give you a toothbrush and toothpaste.
Yeah.
So...
Save that space.
Boom. Save that space.
Do you want to, like... I feel like yours is organized better.
Oh. I did. I broke mine up into 4 sections.
Mine is how my brain works, and it's just like bleh.
Okay, we'll start with what?
Okay, so like I said, they're all over the place, but I did like some Googling and tried to figure out stuff, and like I will say that like a lot of the things on the web are Pinterest. And I was like, there's no way I am like doing a Pinterest account and like trying to figure this out. Because like if you click on something that's a Pinterest link, it won't show you unless you're a member.
Oh, Oh,
you got a board,
I'm
girl.
on Pinterest.
Oh, you got a board.
Mine's mostly just like half naked men anyway, and like recipes.
Clearly the best combination.
And it was like attached to my Facebook, so my friends would be like, I always know when you've posted, and I love it because all I see are half naked men on my Facebook.
No. Did you unlink it?
No.
Oh. Have you been active on Pinterest?
I have not been active on Pinterest for a while. It's been a couple of years since I've been on Pinterest. I just find it now, it's just like, it feels like the wall decor section at like Home Goods. It's like, oh, my doctor says one glass of wine is fine.
Oh my God, I know, right? Live, laugh, love. Maybe that's where my mom gets her inspiration.
Yeah.
So the first life hack I had, and this is something I do, is but like have a designated spot, like a landing spot for like your keys or whatever. So like if you're prone to losing your keys, your wallet or whatever like that, have like a little, like not a petri dish, but like a little bowl or something like in a spot that doesn't move. So it's like, okay, whenever I come home, I'm going to put it like right at the spot so that like you can always find it.
So same vein, my life hack is that I always put the same thing in the same pocket. So like my wallet is always in my right pocket. My keys are always in my right pocket. My phone is always in my left. The more you can do things the same way, the more you'll never forget them.
You know what? That's funny because whenever my phone's in the left pocket, it feels weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what is this?
So a life hack that I found that kind of in that same vein is if you have to take something into work and you don't want to forget it the next day, put your keys on top of it. And if it's something in the refrigerator, like put your keys
in the refrigerator.
My coworkers do that at the office. So like you put something in, like you take a to-go after lunch, you eat everything. Put it in the fridge with your keys. You'll never leave without it.
Yeah. Oh, those are smart. I would forget my keys and be like, where are my keys?
Where the hell are my keys at?
Yeah, exactly, Nick.
To tag on to this, if you lose things, just invest in AirTags.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have all my keys.
Yep. Oh, is it back to me already?
Yeah, it's because I just gave you another one attached to yours.
But what was your original one?
My original one was the one about the one Max did with the folding.
Oh. Okay, my next one is in a pinch. If you're having a party and your speaker breaks, you can use a bowl as a speaker. Where you put it. Have you ever done that? Like you put your phone in the middle of like a glass bowl.
So I do this at the restaurant all the time because like it's a kitchen hack. Because it's like when you're by yourself and there's nobody there in the kitchen, like I go in pretty early before everybody else gets there. So I have like an hour or two before anybody comes in. So I'll get one of the metal holders, like a I don't know, 9-pan or whatever. Somebody's going to write in and be like, that's not the size you need, blah, 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 the 16-pan. And I'm like, oh, shut up. So anyway, I got one of those and I put my phone in there so it creates like, because of the space and it's metal, it creates like a speaker effect.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
I don't know if you have to use a specific material though, so I can't speak to that.
I think it's like anything as long as it's a bowl and the sound can like...
Yeah.
Creates like a cavern kind of effect.
People used to take a paper towel holder and cut a slit in it and stick the bottom of their phone in that, and the sound would come out the bottom and resonate through the paper towel.
Oh, there you go.
I've never heard of that one.
That's one.
Does it work well?
I've never used it, but
let's try out these life hacks.
It looks good on Instagram.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. So, okay, speaking of hacks, have you ever seen like the 5-minute crafts?
No.
Okay, don't ever watch them because they're not life hacks. They're like 5-minute hacks, and it's basically like poorly edited videos that like they'll be like, oh, like use this, spray this stuff on or whatever to like clean, and it's clearly like a different window after they like wipe it away. So it's just like clickbait. So if you're looking for life hacks, don't follow 5-minute crafts.
Okay.
I think there's also a lawsuit against them.
Did you know that if you hold down the 0 button on your iPhone, that will bring up the degree symbol?
What?
If you hold down the 0 on your keyboard on your iPhone, the degree symbol will show up.
Wait, hold on.
As a choice.
When you're texting?
I just appreciate that so much because I've always wondered how to do it.
Wait, you have to go to 0?
Yeah.
Like on your keyboard.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, can you believe that?
I mean, for the amount of times I text the temperature.
I'm like, but Andy does stuff for like when he sends out recipes, he can use the degree symbol now to like 325 degrees. You're welcome.
I would just type the word degrees.
So the other Apple life hack is when you're trying to move the cursor, if you hold down your finger on the space, then you can move your thumb all the way.
See,
I do that one all the time.
What?
Because oh, Nick is learning.
I know. See, it's already.
Oh, that one's great.
Oh, baby's first iPhone.
Already, like this episode is beneficial to people.
To Nick,
but like
us.
But like, what if
self-survey?
But what if you're like talking to somebody about 98 degrees, the band, and
rising
98 at the degree symbol?
I would just be DA space GREEZ degrees.
I'm just finding out that there's a lot of those like other things you can push the thing down.
Yeah,
and it does a different.
All the accents for E or O.
Nick is in heaven now. He's going to be on his phone all night long trying to figure out all this stuff.
On iPads, if you have an iPad and you're typing on the numbers, if you like swipe from the top down, you'll get the actual like symbols. So like if you go the 1 and you swipe top down, you'll get an exclamation point.
Oh,
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you know also on the iPad, because it's wider, you can split your keyboard. So if you type with your thumbs, you can have the keyboard on the 2 sides, not in the middle.
I did not know that. Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna have an Apple life hack episode.
I know.
It's like all these things you didn't know.
Edition.
Then we'll have to do a shorter edition for people that use Android phones.
We'll have to bring someone in. Do we know anyone who's an Android?
Someone. That's so sad.
It's not your. Oh no! It used to be his son, and I used to pick on him all the time about it. But he finally got an iPhone.
Okay,
and I think that was because his girlfriend has an iPhone too, so that basically it's easier. Thank God.
Invisible ink, expiring messages.
Every time, like we're in this group chat and the green bubble comes up, and I'm like, "Will you guys stop being poor already?"
You can do a payment plan for your iPhone, girl.
Okay, so here's a good one for computers. And like, if you are having a Zoom interview, you can put a little Post-it note right next to the camera with all of the bullet points that you want to talk about during this interview. So you're never looking down at your notes; you're looking straight and maintaining eye contact, which is always a good thing.
It's a great hack. Yeah.
Other good hack for Zoom is put your computer on a few boxes so it's higher up and you're not looking up.
Exactly.
Oh, God, yeah. That's the worst. Like, hi, welcome to my chin.
Welcome to all my chins.
Oh, wow, Joe, it's so nice to meet you. Yeah, don't worry about it. Oh, my God. Okay, I have one, and it's for, like, I guess back to, like, cooking, but it's a life hack for, like, your fridge, and it says... you can add a lazy Susan to your fridge so you can like turn stuff around in case you want more like storage to see what's behind something. So I was thinking in terms of like maybe if you have extra condiments or something, you can like put them on that and be like, oh, I need the mayo. It's like, oh, back behind there. Yeah. Or like, I don't know, maybe other stuff. So that way, because like I know for me, like as we know, like I still have the hot chocolate bombs that we made 5 years ago in my fridge.
They're probably not good anymore.
They're just a part of the fridge now, but they're in the back of the fridge.
Kind of like my my starter for the sourdough.
Yes,
but I can't do it. You know what? I'm one of the days like it can't go bad. It's chocolate and like.
It can go bad.
It can go bad.
We're gonna find out. So, but if I had a lazy Susan, I would know that they're still there.
Ooh, yep. See?
And I wouldn't throw them out.
There you go. So, since you did food, I'm gonna do a food one too.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're making meatloaf, substitute in some instant stuffing into there because it acts as your binder, and it's also seasoning
Instead of breadcrumbs.
Instead of breadcrumbs, yep.
Oh my God! Are we talking stovetop though? Like stovetop stuffing?
Yeah.
Only stovetop. That's the best brand.
Except at Thanksgiving, then Pepperidge Farm.
I've never had Pepperidge Farm.
I have Pepperidge Farm.
Oh, when he makes his, he'll buy the sausage flavored stuffing, and then he'll add in his sausage.
Oh yeah, he will.
And then
add in that meat.
But he'll also like do pears and stuff, and it's so good.
My favorite with the stovetop is it's fake because it's yellow. And that's how I know I'm getting a quality meal, because it's the yellow stuffing.
And it's yellow?
Oh, it's like, honestly, it's like reminiscent of like childhood. There's just like something nostalgic about like the yellowness.
It smells so good though.
Yes. Oh God. I don't even know what's in it, but I'm all for it. Okay. I guess still on the topic of like kitchen-y stuff. And this is something I do, but I didn't know it was like a hack. But if you want to clean your blender, instead of like using a sponge or something and like potentially injuring your fingers, you can just blend soap and water in it. Obviously, if it's like caked on stuff, you might need to do some physical stuff, but I do that all the time.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So if you a cool life hack that I learned recently is if you want to soften butter, you take a bowl that is the size of the butter that you want to soften. So you take it, you put it over it, and make sure it's the right size. You take that bowl, fill it with water, put it in the microwave for like a minute or so, let the water get hot, throw the water out, put the bowl over the butter, and then let it sit there for about 5 minutes. When you come back, it'll be softened butter for your toast.
That's amazing. That's a really good idea.
Or, if you want to, and you can't wait that long, take a cheese grater or a microplane, take the hard butter...
I've done that before.
And do that so you can have something spreadable for your toast. Everything's for your toast.
For baking too, if you need to soften butter, just cut it into small cubes.
There you go.
Softens twice as fast.
Have you seen, it's butter related, but I saw this thing on Instagram and it was like a butter, almost like, I think it's called like a butter bell or something.
Yeah, you can.
But you like put it and then it like touches water so it doesn't go bad.
Yeah, when you invert it, and it goes in water so nothing can get in.
Yeah.
But really, butter does not need to be refrigerated. You can leave your butter out on your counter in like a butter dish.
That's what Nick does, and it makes me so nervous.
We do that.
I get so nervous. I'm like, oh my God.
There's nothing worse than going to a restaurant and they give you soft, beautiful bread. And they give you this hard ass butter that they didn't let sit out for a little bit.
But that's I kind of like that because then you get a full mouthful of butter.
Because like when we were like,
and it's like a chunk.
But see, when you go to Michelin star restaurants and stuff like that, that's the details that they think about. So when they bring the butter out, it's nice and spreadable already. It's in a little dish, so you're like, oh, it just slides.
This butter came from Belle, the cow.
Yeah. They tell you about the exact cow and its diet and everything, so you know exactly where it came from.
Grass-fed.
She was a little gassy.
Also, something you should know that I did not know this, but like when you buy cheese, take it out of the plastic wrap that it's in and wrap it into the parchment paper or cheese paper. Because it needs air to like... keep it fresher because plastic will affect the flavor and will help breed bacteria.
Other good hack for cheese, Parmesan. If you buy a big block of Parmesan cheese and you leave it in the fridge and it starts to turn white, just wrap it in a paper towel first before you put it in a bag.
I just got Parmesan cheese today.
Yeah.
Oh my God, like a block?
Isn't it white already?
Yeah, but it gets kind of like a white powderiness on it that just doesn't look good. It doesn't change the taste, but it doesn't look good. The paper towel actually prevents that.
So wrap it in a paper towel and then just...
And then put it in a bag.
In a bag?
Do you know that ketchup and mustard don't need to be refrigerated? And neither does peanut butter.
Oh yeah, I don't do peanut butter. I feel weird not refrigerating my condiments. It feels like dirty.
I mean, think about every restaurant you've ever been in. They don't refrigerate.
I know, and I don't use them.
I mean, don't refrigerate. I mean, like, please refrigerate your mayonnaise. That condiment needs to be refrigerated.
Listen, I'm gonna leave it all out. You want my ranch is good.
Oh boy,
I'm making blue cheese from this ranch.
Oh, oh Lord. Oh my God. Okay, continuing on the kitchen stuff. I've never done this, but I thought this was interesting by figuring out if an egg is bad. Do you know this one?
Oh, don't you like float it or something? Yeah.
So if an egg has gone bad, you can place it in a bowl of cold water. If it sinks onto its side, it's perfectly fine. If it sinks and stands on its smaller end, it's still edible. And then if it floats, it's bad.
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah. And it says fresher eggs have less air under their shells, which is why they sink to the bottom.
Interesting.
So they're not as gassy.
That is weird. I didn't know that.
I don't do anything with that.
But on the topic of eggs, if you're making something and you have to separate eggs and you get an eggshell in your in the bowl, you can actually take the other part of the eggshell to scoop it up because they most of the time they'll attract to each other.
Oh my God.
So I know science.
The amount of time I've spent trying to get
I finger that fucking yolk and like the whites so hard to try and get that stupid shell out.
See, use your the
other shell.
Part of the shell.
I've heard one where you basically have to run your finger under water and then you can get it, but that one doesn't work either.
No, it doesn't. No,
egg attracts egg.
I have a really good kitchen hack.
Okay.
Ooh. So if you ever baked a cake and it doesn't come out of the pan,
what do you do?
Take a string and tie it to the bottom of 2 chopsticks. Put the chopsticks in the cake
on the side.
On the side, string it around and pull the string. It loosens it from the bottom.
Oh.
Interesting.
What if I don't have string?
Well, you're out of luck.
Dental floss.
But it's minty.
Your
gonna have
cake
mint
will be
cake. I hope it's chocolate.
But that's why you should always have some floss in your kitchen, unwaxed and unflavored, so that you can use it, because it also is very good to cut things with, sort of like cheeses and things like that.
Pastry.
You can cut cheese with floss?
I cut cheese all the time.
You're a gassy egg girl. You go sink to the bottom.
But like that's another like thing that you can use to cut things. Also, like a pizza cutter can be used to cut things other than a pizza.
Mm-hmm. Like quesadillas,
pancakes.
A bitch who come in and trying to hurt you.
Like if you're making pizza and you want to cut up some ham. Could you imagine if you saw a horror flick and somebody was using a pizza cutter?
That would be me. I would get my cast iron and my pizza cutter. What you want, bitch?
It would have been Jason. It would be Giovanni.
I come to kill you. Oh my God.
Oh.
Do I wait, I'm trying to like get with the themes. I think there's some other okay. No, I have some. So for rotisserie chicken, if you're trying to shred it, don't put it in the fridge. Like shred it while it's still a little bit warm, because then it won't like congeal together. Do you do that?
I actually have my Wolverine claws.
No, you don't.
That I use to shred stuff.
No, you don't.
Yes. I got it as a gift from Andy one year.
To shred like rotisserie chicken?
So
like off the bones and everything?
Like you can use it for rotisserie chicken. You can use it for like if you're doing barbecue. Like they're just these things you put in your... Yeah, see? Yeah, I have
Oh
claws.
my God. Those look like...
They're serious too. Like...
And they work?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what
they're kind of sharp too.
Yeah, they're pretty handy.
Interesting.
Also good for an intruder.
Yeah.
You got one in the Wolverine claws and your pizza cutter in the other hand. Girl, you're set.
Just no scratcher.
Giovanni ain't got nothing going for him.
So, you can use ramen packets, the flavoring packets, to flavor your popcorn.
Oh.
Ooh, I love that idea.
If you want like a savory kind of like flavor profile.
I think...
Why?
I feel like popcorn, for me, it's just butter. No other flavor.
Why?
Because that's the best part about it. It's just drenched in butter.
Okay.
But like not real butter. I need like the oil movie theater butter.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fine. Then you don't have to do that one. But do you know you can make s'mores and ice cream cones to make them easier to eat?
What?
So the ice cream cone becomes the graham cracker part of it, and then you stuff it with chocolate chips and mushrooms. And mushroom. Don't do that.
I would like less of that.
With marshmallows, and then that becomes your s'mores.
It could be mushroom marshmallows, though, where they're like marshmallows shaped like mushrooms.
There you go. You just wrap it up in some tin foil, put it on the fire, let it warm up, Then you can eat it just like that.
But do you don't toast the marshmallow before it goes in?
No, because it'll get all melty inside the ice cream cone.
But then how do you burn it and then...
I mean, I guess if you want to burn your marshmallow, go ahead.
Yeah. I burn it.
Do you really? Are you one of those people?
Oh, give me the char.
Oh, I don't like the teeth.
Yes. Because I don't have the patience. Listen, who's going to be like... My mom is a patient person, and she'll like do the like rotisserie for like 47 minutes basically for one.
When she's done perfect.
And it is, don't get me wrong, it's perfection, but I'm like, light it on fire, get it done, put it in the s'more, and you're good.
He's like the baton twirler who sets their baton on fire. He's like, yes!
That's the best part. But then if you like just let it go, it burns out on its own because it has nothing more to burn.
Okay.
What was my next one? It's funny. So you talked about peanut butter, and my hack is for peanut butter. If you buy like the like organic or like the natural kind, to put it upside down, and then all the oils will redistribute back in.
Another good peanut butter hack: if you're gonna cook with it, and like you have to take a tablespoon out, or you have to take a cup out, spray the cup with Pam or cooking oil.
Oh,
yeah. Any kind of like sticky stuff like peanut butter or honey or something like that. Always spray the container you're gonna use.
That is smart. I know they have like the fancy kinds where like they come like you like push. There's like a little thing you like push it out and it has like a squeegee. Have you ever seen those?
Oh no.
I don't know if I'm describing it, but it's like almost like a cylinder. Do you remember like those push pop ice creams?
Yeah.
It was like that.
Oh,
and it's like, hey, like if you need like a cup or something of like honey or something.
You put it inside there and then
it
push
was
it
like
out.
like squeegees out. But that's obviously, monetarily you need to invest in that.
And that was, we got a DM from a listener, Valerie, who, not Val, but Valerie Clark.
Yeah, that's Val.
Oh, is that Val?
Yeah.
Oh, so she sent us, that's her new name. I forgot. She said that was one of her hacks was to spray.
Okay.
If you're measuring sticky stuff. She was also like, if you want to tip 20%, a good hack is to just move the decimal point over to the left one. But I think she left out a part because it's like you have to move it over to the left one and then double that number.
Yeah.
So
that's why everybody thinks Val's a bad tipper. Sorry, Val.
Like, she had a couple of other ones too, and it was like, oh my god, that's awesome. She she said an update. She's like, OMG, I forgot to say for the tip hack you need to time the number you get when you move the decimal by 2. Sorry, I had to tell you.
Hey, she corrected herself. Right. So now she's a regular tipper.
And then she had a couple of other ones. She said when you're at the beach, put your sandals upside down so they don't get hot.
Oh. That's really smart.
To get the grapes off the stem quicker, roll the bunch in a kitchen towel.
And then just pick them off. Okay.
And then when you're meeting someone new, instead of asking what they do, ask them what they like to do for fun.
Oh.
And that kind of pulls back into last week's episode with the new rules, like find a new icebreaker because like what you do just doesn't, nobody wants to answer that anymore.
Oh my god. The grapes one's interesting. So roll them in a towel?
Yeah, but I think you have to be like super careful when you're rolling them not to crush them. Because you're not making wine.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
Also, you can use grapes if you put them in the freezer. Get them hot. Then if you want to chill your wine without like putting an ice cube in it, it'll chill it without diluting it.
There you go. And then
it's just like Grapeception.
And then did you know that you can
I love grapes.
Peel garlic by putting it in a container and just shaking it? What?
That's never worked for me.
No?
Wait. You do what? You peel
it? So you can take heads of garlic.
Yeah.
Put it in a bowl or another container and then shake it up really fast. And then that'll peel it.
That's amazing.
I've never tried it. I just cut it up and
that sounds like a 5-minute. That sounds like a 5-minute craft one because I'm going to tell you I have tried it and there's a similar one with eggs.
Try it.
Where with eggs, where you basically can like roll it around and to get the. Oh, I think I did with eggs maybe, but with like a hard-boiled egg, where if you're trying to get the shell off.
Oh yeah.
You know the hack for hard-boiled eggs?
No.
A little bit of vinegar in the water when you boil it,
and it makes the shells come off.
Yep.
Oh.
Separates the shell from the.
Oh, this is ASMR that shit.
I know.
Well,
Andy is going to try this in real time, people. He's doing it right now to see if this works.
Shaking some garlic.
We're shaking some garlic.
Okay.
How many pieces do you have in there, Andy?
4.
4 pieces.
I'm nervous.
It actually worked.
Oh my god, it worked! Oh my god,
it really did work.
Look. Are they all?
Oh my god, look at that!
That's incredible.
Okay, I need to. Every time I cut garlic, I smash it and it's messy, and then I end up getting like, oh,
that's amazing.
All right.
Okay. And I told you this episode is so beneficial.
And the mess is all in your bowl, and you just
I wonder if there's a max amount that you can put in though.
I mean, as long as you're not like, you need space to move around, probably.
Like enough space for the Holy Ghost.
Yes. So, to put you can peel a ginger with a spoon.
No.
So if you have a full piece of ginger, like you peel it with a spoon easier than you can, like, because you can't use a real peeler.
Okay.
Or you can cut it up, but it's easier if you use a spoon.
You know what's funny? I've tried peeling ginger with a peeler thing. It doesn't work.
Yep.
Because there's too many knots.
Right. Exactly.
So use a spoon?
Use a spoon.
And it just, interesting.
Ginger spooning.
Yeah, it's going to be your one spoon in there. Like, don't use that one. That one's a ginger spoon.
And that's your drag name.
Yeah, exactly. Ginger spoon.
I had one about shredding your own cheese and how I think I've talked about this on an episode where I got a food or a what is it called? A grater? A grater?
Grater.
Oh my god.
A grater.
A grater. But shred your own cheese because it's cheaper and it also doesn't have that cakey stuff in it, so it melts better.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. So when you buy frozen items at the store, a good idea is take them out of the box that they come in, cut off the instructions, the cooking instructions, put them in a plastic bag or something, and then put them in your freezer, because then it cuts down on wasted space and increases the space you have in your freezer.
It's a good idea.
Oh.
Yeah.
If I did that, I would just take a guess. Well, how long are we cooking this? Who knows? 350 air fry for 10 minutes? Sure. That sounds like a good start. Oh my god. I think I'm done with my food ones.
Oh, okay, well I have one more.
Okay.
For food, and then we can move on to something else. You can take an upside down Tupperware and use it as a cake dome. So if you're taking a piece of cake, or maybe you have a smaller cake and you have a larger Tupperware, flip it upside down, the lid becomes the base, and the Tupperware itself becomes a cake dome.
You know what I'm going to say right now, right?
What are you going to say?
We tried to do that, and it ruined one of my cakes because it moves around.
Oh my god, he told me I did not ruin it, and it was fine, and I felt so bad when we were at New Year's Eve, and now he's bringing it up 2 months later.
Nothing like a hack to bring it up.
Don't be telling those people this is a hack. It will create a hack out of your cake.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, how big of a Tupperware we're talking about?
I think it has to be based on what size of the cake you have.
What if I made a 14-inch cake?
Yeah,
no, it really is a good hack. We just put it in the back of the car, and when moving the car, the dome slid.
And it wasn't even the full thing. It was just we had it on a cutting board.
A perfect chocolate ganache was ruined.
And I felt super bad about it all night long. I apologize to everyone. I'm so sorry. This is not Andy's fault. This is my fault. And I felt so bad.
So I'm getting ready to go on this week-long hike. And so I'll be looking at outdoor stuff, life hacks, and food related. Did you know that Doritos catch fire really easily? And so they can be used for if you want to bring a bag of Doritos, they can use those for
start
kindling.
a fire. It's kindling.
You can also do it with pasta.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, have you ever used spaghetti to instead of a match to light a candle?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That was one of my head.
But why are Doritos...
It's probably all the stuff inside of a Dorito.
I know, but I love Doritos. My new favorite Dorito is the sweet and spicy...
I've never had that.
Chili one. It's new, and oh my god, I'm obsessed with it.
I have a feeling a lot of processed foods would be...
Yeah, if you're camping or whatever, so if you have a processed food snack and you're running out, maybe it's wet or something and you need kindling, you can use your processed foods to start a fire.
Oh my god!
I mean, you should have a fire starter anyway, right? That would be a hack. Like if you're going in the mountains for a week, make sure you have a fire starter. No, I'm good. I got
like
Doritos.
the Prodigy.
Who?
Oh, it's a solid. I know. So, what other category do you have? For
I like
your
cleaning and
category
like
is-
lifestyle.
The category is
Cleaning.
So home. Okay, yeah, I got some stuff for that.
Home. Bitch, you like cleaning. Home. Oh, that's actually home and lifestyle.
Yes.
So where did it go? So I guess this is like kind of home related too. So this one I want to try, but if you're out of AA batteries, you can use a AAA battery and then put some tin foil to fill the space, and it'll work in a pinch.
I feel like that's a 5-minute craft kind of thing, and you're gonna get in trouble.
Your vibrator will work for 5 minutes, and then you'll have to.
I think you can wait till you go to the store and get AA battery.
I mean, we'll find out.
So mine is, if you have dings on wood furniture, small dings, you can actually use a walnut and rub a walnut on
crazy.
it. And that
Is it like the oils in it?
it's the oils in there, yeah.
And then do you eat the walnut?
I wouldn't.
Why not?
Could you just rub it on your
Well, maybe you
kitchen
could.
table?
If you rub it on the kitchen table, then you rub it on like a napkin, and then it's a good walnut. Walnuts are expensive. In this economy,
So are tables.
That's Joe's life hack. After you fix your dings on your table, wipe the walnut on a paper towel.
or like maybe like shave it
Towel
off.
costs more than the
wash
walnut.
it. Probably wash it off.
Yeah, those walnuts are pricey. It's like $13 a pound. Oh my lord! So this one, if you need to like fill up a bucket and the bucket doesn't fit in your sink, I will caveat that like you need an extra tool for this, but you can use a pool noodle and put it on the sink, and then it'll like spew water into your bucket.
Oh, and you know, if you have a rickety ass washer and it moves around sometimes next to your dryer, so it bangs together, use a pool noodle between the two of them to keep it from doing that.
Oh.
Wait, you put
It's like the bumper.
Yes, exactly.
I love a good
And also,
love a good pool noodle.
so to kind of like kill two birds with one stone, you should fill a dispensing dish scrubber. You know, the ones with like the plastic, clear plastic handles and the
yeah, you put the yeah.
with equal parts dish soap and vinegar. And when you're taking a shower, you can scrub the walls, so you're cleaning your shower while you're cleaning yourself.
Great idea. It's a really great idea.
No,
Oh.
that's not a good hack.
Why?
Your shower is your time. It's not your time to be cleaning your shower.
But like,
I also don't clean my shower. Like it's maybe once a quarter.
I'm like Linda.
I would do it. But then I really remember that.
I would not. I also agree. I'm like, I don't want to like clean
That's a
while
great
I'm
hack,
showering.
though.
And you can tell Steve he can start doing that because Linda complained about having to clean his shower.
I have a Steve hack. It says for Steve.
What is it?
Easy way to disinfect Legos.
Oh,
What does he do with his Legos that he needs to be disinfected?
I don't know, but I thought about him because he uses Legos.
and he gets
and
told
here's
a
the
lot.
thing: it says children's toys are a breeding ground for germs. A dishwasher makes quick work of disinfecting toys that are washable, like Legos. And basically, you drop them in like a laundry bag, and then you run your dishwasher.
Okay.
You can wash all your toys in the dishwasher.
Even your adult
Oh.
toys.
Yeah, I think my mom.
You should
my
run
mom
those through a
washes-
dishwasher.
Your butt plugs.
Your butt plugs and dildos should go through a dishwasher. Unless you're like that wooden dildo that they found.
What?
Did you hear about this?
No.
There was a wooden piece that they thought was like a mallet or something, but it could actually be a vintage dildo.
I mean,
A 2,000-year-old dildo.
oh.
So I'm like, okay, like let's do it. But look at
Oh
it.
my gosh.
It's girthy.
Wait, how many centimeters? 10 centimeters?
So that's like 5 inches.
Oh.
Oh, that's average. But he girthy.
Yeah,
Choke.
So, did you know that you can use a pillowcase, an old pillowcase, to clean your ceiling fan blades?
I want to wipe it on.
Oh.
You take the pillowcase, put it through,
And
like
then come back.
and then come back, pulling on it, and
idea.
and it's all inside the pillowcase.
You know, when I had a ceiling fan, I just never cleaned it.
I know. I think ours needs to be clean, but I think Linda does that too. Thank God.
Well, and then it's like, but if you have it running, like,
but then
it shouldn't have dust on it.
I'll also let her know about that. Like, Linda,
hey,
did you hear about this?
Linda, I heard of a great hack. Wink, wink, girl.
Wink, wink.
Okay, I have a cleaning one, and this was actually like, I don't know if it's real or if it works well, but it says like if you want to prevent your bathroom mirror from fogging up, you can use car wax. And then you basically apply a small amount of car wax to the mirror, let it dry, and then buff it off with a soft, dry cloth.
Oh.
Because I don't have good, like, my bathroom fan isn't, like, best at, like, getting rid of, like the, not the smog, what is it?
The condensation.
Yeah, steam, thank you. So, like, the mirror gets fogged up all the time.
Oh, see, I like, if I shower and I take a hot shower, so if it steams up, I just open the bathroom door, and the air will come and start cleaning that up. But I also blow on the mirror to kind of speed that up. I know. That's exactly what I do. I do that face. Like, you know how to do blow? You just put your lips together and blow. Like,
you're the emoji of the wind girl where she's just blowing.
All right. So if you want fluffy pillows, you can take your pillows and with a little dryer sheet, throw them in the dryer for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then pull them out, and you'll have a fluffy pillow.
Huh. Oh, the whole pillow. Not
the whole
case.
pillow.
Yeah. All right.
Speaking of pillows, do you know how to fold a fitted sheet?
Yes.
Like correctly?
Into a ball.
Okay.
You put the corners inside each other.
I try every single time and it doesn't. Because you made me, I just popped into my brain.
Is this like rolling clothing?
So you roll your sheets, you don't fold the sheets?
Actually, use your laptop computer.
In your Speedo. So I have one on cleaning and like disinfecting, and I've used this. So like if you have a backpack or like something that may or may not be able to go in the washing machine because it's delicate, you can spray it with rubbing alcohol and it'll deodorize it. Yep.
Oh, I might need to do that.
So I do this when I go with my bike backpack. Like sometimes it's like hard to like wash it just because I don't know how to do it. But you can spray it with rubbing alcohol and like it disinfects it and it doesn't smell bad.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like cleaning it, but
yeah,
I mean
okay.
It works.
Another one is duct tape a washcloth around a hanger to clean under your fridge or stove.
Wait, a washcloth around a hanger?
Yeah.
Like an extender.
Oh, I've never cleaned under my stove.
Ew.
Or under my fridge. They'll clean it when they remodel it.
Oh. All right. What's your next category?
I had one more, and it's you can basically clean anything with vinegar, with like white vinegar.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Like stainless steel pans. If you have if there's like hard water buildup or whatever, or there's discoloration, you just put white vinegar in and then like let it sit, and then you can just like wipe out all the things.
You know what you can clean with vinegar?
What?
Dirty vinegar.
What?
You can't clean dirty vinegar with vinegar.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I think you're right. It was pretty sour.
Oh Jesus.
You said you can clean everything.
You right. All right, what's your lifestyle ones? I'm kind of depleted on my facts.
Are you?
Yeah, I have like a couple that are like pinch podge, whatever.
Okay, so I do have one with that for to get your life together. It's resume based.
Oh.
So like update your resume.
Okay.
And a couple of things is use bullet points. Like underneath your work experience, use bullet points.
Okay.
And when you're doing it, do achievement-based stuff instead of responsibility-based. So, like, because you want to celebrate your accomplishments.
Okay.
So, and what you're capable of doing.
I have not done that.
I know, right? And then make sure your verbiage and your keywords are tied to the job that you're applying for.
I've just honestly, for the past decade, taken the job descriptions of the jobs that I've accepted and copied them into my resume.
But see, that gets you, like, everything is done by computers now.
Uh-huh.
So it's like you could get kicked out and for, not having your resume updated and, the system is looking for you.
Yeah. Another thing that for resume, use real numbers. So don't just say increase sales. Say increase sales by 35%.
Right.
2 years.
Or help to increase the business from a 1.3 million to a 3.4 million over a 5-year span.
I have not done any of that.
Also, you need to use an active voice instead of a passive voice in there. So, like stuff like saying developed, executed, or initiated are considered active voice words.
You can also print it on pink paper and scent it nicely.
Just show up to the job you want. I'm ready to interview.
And here, and then my most important hack for this is proofread your shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
and don't just
good.
read it. Actually, read it out loud so you can kind of hear how it sounds. Because reading it out loud will then help you decide, oh, actually that needs a comma there. Or that needs something here and blah, blah, blah. So
do you come back to it too, or do you just
I usually
proofread?
will let something sit for a little bit and then I'll come back and proofread it and go, okay, yeah, I need to fix this. So I know, right?
I don't proofread.
For a resume, ask someone you know that hires people to read it for you.
Yeah. And get see right there.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So what do you got?
My couple last ones were, again, hodgepodgey, but if you're running low on soap and you use bar soap, you can stick it to the new soap and it will...
Oh, we do that. I do that.
I never thought about that because I'm running low on it's like a little sliver and I'm like, oh, what do I do with this?
But this is the best. I find the best way for me to do it is I'll take the old piece of soap, put that against my hand, put the new piece of soap next to it. So then I'm helping as I'm using the new soap to wash myself. It's pressing the old soap into it. So then after a couple times do that, I can flip it over and start using that.
Flip it and reverse it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
See, you're already ahead of the hacks. Look at you go. You with the wisdom and sage advice.
So here's what it's for people traveling. It's if you're going to travel in groups or you and somebody else or something, instead of looking for plane tickets as 2 people, do it as 1. Because airlines have fare buckets. So you might be able to get a ticket. If you're looking for 2, you might see a ticket that says it's $2.99 for each ticket. But if you look for 1, that price might go down to $199 for 1 ticket because they only have 1 ticket at that fare left. So it's going to bypass the fare bucket because you're not looking for that amount.
Ew, rude airlines.
Right. So now you can get 1 ticket at the discounted rate and just get a regular ticket at the other rate. So you're saving some money there, but it's just think about that. And also check if you're going to another country that English isn't their first language, say you're going to Portugal or, anywhere, check the airlines in that country's native language. Because when you do that, you could get deals that are better than if you go in English because they automatically know you're a tourist and they can charge you more.
Well, and you have a VPN so you could travel there, right?
Exactly.
But how would you know what language they're speaking? How do you know that?
I would hope that you would know.
That was actually a cool life hack. When we traveled to Hawaii, we happened to be connected to the VPN and we were
oh yeah, because we were in England.
And we booked a rental car in Hawaii unknowing that we were in England at the time. But because it was a British rental, they automatically added the insurance for free. So,
and we didn't even know it until we got there. And they're like, oh, since you came from Britain, and it was we did, and they were like, oh shit, we didn't switch the VPN over.
You were we did, didn't we?
Jolly good.
It was quite a long train.
Tea and crumpets, I'm mighty chuffed to be here.
Isn't it?
You got any more before we wrap up?
The last one I have is if you find a hair in your food, heavily salt it to make sure you don't get the same plate back.
Oh.
Yeah, to make sure they're not going to give you the same meal.
Oh, so you could just be oh, this is super salty, and I didn't know that you did that. Mm-hmm. Oh,
because I was wait a minute, I didn't get it, and then it was because you want to make sure that they make you a new meal.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, my last couple are still travel ones.
That's fine.
If you're looking for flights to, say you're going to go to Chekhov or where's that?
To what?
I don't know. That's somebody.
Czechoslovakia?
No, Chekhov is somebody. That's not an actual plane. But say
he was the guy on Star Trek.
Do you think he was from Czechoslovakia?
Chekhov is also a playwright.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. So anyway, say you're going to like Prague or something,
which is in the Czechoslovakia, right? I don't know.
But like check in that region for flights because it might be cheaper to go somewhere else near there and then figure out how you're going to get from there to where you want to go. Oh, because that might be cheaper than just getting a flight straight to there. So I thought that was very interesting. And then if you need to cancel a hotel reservation and you're getting within the window of no cancellations or you're going to lose part of your money, this only works if you booked directly with the hotel. But call them and actually have your reservation moved to the next week.
What?
Have it moved to the next week after your reservation was supposed to start. So say it was supposed to be on the 18th, after the move it to the 25th.
Okay.
Because you can't make it then, but you still want to go there and like have them move it to a different date.
Okay.
Then call back later that day and cancel the reservation.
Oh, because you moved the like Oh my god, that's genius.
Yeah.
To avoid a cancellation fee?
No cancellation fee, you won't lose your deposit, and it's just good.
Have you done that?
That's a great hack. Yeah.
Have you?
I have not, but it only works if you book directly.
Right. Yeah.
If you book through a third party, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's always a good idea to book directly with the hotel or flights because there's more they can do for you.
Yeah. That's a hack too because I do like hotels.com all the time.
I do too. But then we use Kayak to find out where the good deals are, and then we go to the airline and purchase it that way.
Oh.
So it just helps us as a generator to figure out where the best deals are
well,
first.
That's a hack. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. I know. We're just
a kayak hack.
And this is my last one. The best room in a cheaper hotel is usually better than a standard room in a more expensive hotel.
Hold on.
So if you're staying if you have a suite in a cheaper hotel, that's probably better than a standard room in like say the Four Seasons or something.
Because it's bigger.
Well, yeah, because you're getting more space, and you're just not staying at the Four Seasons. You might be staying at a Residence Inn
at the Two Seasons,
but
season and a half.
But it's just I'm just throwing that out there too. Keep that in mind.
I'm trying to I guess that makes sense. I mean, because you'll get more. But what if it's like a crappy hotel and like
I'm not saying stay at like the.
Motel 6.
Come and go in, but like
I mean, are you? But you got a suite at the Come and Go.
That was a gas station in Wyoming.
Come and Go.
Come and Go.
Spelled with a K.
Oh, KOME or KUM?
KUM.
Oh,
Come and Go.
Are you sure it wasn't Come and Go?
No. Oh. It was Wyoming.
I mean, they could Come and Go.
On that note, everybody have a great week.
Special thanks to Andrew Smith and Nick Stone for producing the show. If you like us, please follow us at tugayspod on Instagram and visit us online at tugayspod.com. You can find us anywhere you can stream podcasts. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know topics you'd like to hear. And always remember, stay safe, stay classy, stay sassy, and always stay a little bit trashy. See you next week.